I haven't really been very consistent with the planners I've been using. Like, I started out with this 3-ring binder, which I talked about in my previous video, and then I went on to this planner book. It was from some Korean brand, so I don't really remember what the brand is anymore. And then I switched up to this Under the Oak Tree themed planner for this year. And for next year, I've decided to go with this Muji planner. So the very first time I decided I really wanted a little book to keep track of my daily to-do list, I decided to go with this little 3-ring binder one. Firstly, because I kept seeing 3-ring binders on Instagram and other social media, and it looked so cute that I really wanted one. And secondly, because it's so small, I thought it would be like really convenient and portable, like to just throw it into my bag or something. So how I was setting it up, as I previously mentioned, I just did some trackers in the front, which I ended up really neglecting. And then every month I would set up the first page just to indicate what month it was, and then some monthly goals, and then every day I would just plan for the next day's to-do list. And after a bit I realized that this didn't feel very efficient and useful, because I really wanted to at least see a whole week at a glance and like plan for the whole week ahead instead of like just for the next day every single day. So for quite a while, for about 3 months, I used this daily system. For about 4 months I used this daily system, and I realized it didn't quite work for me. So after that, I tried for 1 month of just writing all the to-do list for one whole week in just one page, and that also felt like it didn't really work. I really wanted to be able to do some future planning, especially since I had projects that had certain deadlines that I really wanted to write down. So that's when I just gave up on using this 3-ring planner, and that's when I bought this. So since it started in December, that's when I started using it as well. And it had these monthly spreads as well, so I used them to also track some stuff every month, as well as note down like birthdays and stuff, or like appointments I had and other things. And of course I had a lot of fun deciding the theme for each month and decorating accordingly. And what I really liked was that I could have the whole week at a glance, and there was this faint little divider line. So what I actually did was use the top part for like whatever to-dos I had, and the bottom part I put for occasions I had to remember or timings, like if I had a doctor's appointment on that date, I would write the time and stuff, or if I was meeting someone. So it was sort of like work stuff on top and personal stuff below, kind of thing. So yes, and then there was this area where I could see all the dates for the month, and this little blank area which I just used for some decoration. So that's kind of fun as well. And then occasionally I had like post-it notes that I needed to use on my desk or whatever, and once I was done I just stuck it back in to my planner as a little bit of extra decoration. Sometimes I have these blank pages, and it's either because I was so busy that I was only doing one thing for the whole week, so I didn't have anything to really write down, or because I'm more or less a freelancer, I had no like work projects going on, but I was waiting for something to happen, so I didn't schedule any personal projects as well, so my to-do list ended up really empty for the week. And yeah, that's all. I also tried keeping some trackers in these extra pages at the back. For example, I was trying to keep track of the pen pal letters I was sending out and receiving. And as usual, I like to track if I have any patrons going on. And yeah, I attempted to also do some spending tracking, but in general, I don't really keep up with these very well. And yeah, that's the end of my little planner that I used for 2022. And since there was a little pocket in the front here, what I used to do was that I would print out Polaroids, like sort of an image for the month, and then put them in the front here. And every month I would swap out the image just to have something different to look at, and I would stick that Polaroid at the very end in my daily journal. So for example, at the very end of December, so for the whole of December, I had this image in the front of my planner, and then at the end I just stuck it here to the very back of my daily journal for December. So I actually really liked using this planner. I felt it was really useful for keeping track of stuff. Of course, I do still keep track of things like in my phone calendar, but I find writing stuff down also helps me remember it better. If I just key it into my phone, I literally just forget about it until my phone sends me the message like a day before. And so when it comes to planning stuff, sometimes I'll forget what I have going on, and then I accidentally double book stuff, or like I give myself really tight deadlines. So I found it much better to actually have a physical planner. Even if I don't carry it around with me, if I just write in it at the end of the day when I'm at home, it just helps me to keep better track of my stuff. So, and like the decoration stuff also really helps to like relax and all that. So I really liked having a planner. So for this year, I went with this. Mostly because I also really wanted to collect the extra merch that came with it. If I can find it, I'll insert the video of me unboxing all the stuff. So of course the planner was the main item in the set, but all the other extra stuff I really wanted also, so that's why I got this. And it's basically exactly the same as last year's planner, with a lot of extra images. So the main difference is that it was undated, so I had to write down all the dates and like the numbers for myself every month. But essentially I used it the exact same way. I would track stuff and then wrote down some timings for appointments that I had to keep, or if there was a birthday I would write it down. And also I would write little notes of what I did for the day. So if I didn't have time to do my daily journaling every single night, I had a little note of what I actually did on certain days to sort of kickstart my memory, and that's when I could do my daily journaling when I finally had the time to. And of course it was fun to do all the little sticker decorations as well. But yeah, having to every month go in and write down all the months and the dates by myself instead of it having been pre-dated and printed was kind of a hassle. I mean, it was a fun thing to film, but in general, for using it, it was kind of a hassle. So I want to stick to having dated planners from now onwards. And yes, this is the end of the monthly spreads. Before getting to the weekly spreads, there were also some other pages, or like, for example, you could use this to track expenses, but as you've seen from previous planners, that's not really something that I do, so I didn't use these pages at all. And there were some empty note papers, so I tried to do some video planning ideas, but I didn't really use it that much. And then these were basically all just blank pages with like a little bit of decoration, so I did the exact same layout as I had in my previous planner, where I just have the whole week set up. And then, you know, I just had to label everything and then write down all the stuff that I needed. So these kinds of things are really fun to do at the beginning or during a week or where I don't really have a lot of stuff going on, so I can really sit down and slowly plan and decorate stuff. Basically, I would do these on like the Saturday or the Sunday of the week before, and then just have everything written out for the next week. But this was also basically the sort of the same problem as I had with the 3-ring binder, in that I had to set up everything for myself, so I could only plan for like the next week. But if I wanted to write down something for like 2 or 3 weeks later, I could only write it either in the monthly section or have to like speed up my setup for everything, which was a pain. That's why for next year I'm going back to a dated planner. And one thing about this is also actually I did count it out, and there are actually not enough pages for me to do this weekly spread for like the whole year. If I actually did plan out the whole year, there were like 2 weeks that are definitely not in here because I was on holiday, so I definitely did not need a weekly planner. And there were some weeks where I was so busy with my current project, which just ended, that I didn't feel the need to even plan, because for the whole week I was just sat in front of the computer doing the exact same thing, or at least working on the exact same project. So I didn't need a weekly planner. But if I did need this spread for every single week for the whole year, there actually wasn't enough space for it. They didn't really provide enough pages for me to do that kind of layout for the whole year. So it was a fun planner to have for just this 1 year, but I'm definitely going back to dated planners. And yeah, not all the images from this manual are very safe. So yeah, just after November, I'm not sure when this video is going up, but basically after November, this is another planner that will go into the archives. I don't usually use these stickers, but since it's Muji Singapore, it has all the local holidays as well. Like at first I didn't realize that it said this at the top, and I was like wondering why there even was a national day in here with the correct date. But yeah, I guess this is the one that they print out for Singapore. Though I won't even be spending next year in Singapore, so it doesn't really make a difference to me. this is what the weekly spread looks like for this. I actually went through like a few different like books and sizes and weekly layout designs before I decided to use the Muji one, and generally I don't really prefer this layout, but I like the really plain design with like this cover to protect the book. And I'm generally fine with this. I can like live with this weekly layout. For this page, I might just put like what I do for the week, or maybe if I have any like post-it notes that I use, I could just stick them in here. Yeah, maybe some free decorating space for weeks that I don't really have much going on. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but I'll see how it goes over the year as I use this as my daily to-do list. I'm not sure how much I want to decorate the cover for this right now. Because my planner is something that I will probably bring around with me, so like if I do a lot of decor on the front page, it will get like really dirty and stuff, so there's not much point. I think I would prefer just doing all my decorations on the inside. Anyway, that's my planner situation for next year. I guess we'll see around the middle of the year, or maybe around February when I really settled in, to see how much I enjoy using this planner. Yeah, but for now, this is where I'm at for next year. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and thank you!